Did you see it? Did you see that dunk by Ja Morant last night? Did you see the spectacular that took place in Memphis, Tennessee? I know I saw it. I know my man Jay saw it. Doggy, I'm not so sure, after all, in an age with Ja Morant making highlights and leading Sports Center time and time and time again. If you listen to Doggy, he's probably complaining because we ain't talking about Elvis. That is what I have to deal with on Wednesday mornings. It's the crew in the house. It's Stephen A. live in Vegas. Holla at your boy. Whoa!
On one today.
Winner takes a 3-2 lead in this opening round series. Morant. Oh! A jawbreaker! Young star showing out. Grizzlies will have one last opportunity with 3.7 to go.
Can you take us through the last play?
Go get a bucket, Ja.
Morant drives. Morant. Oh, it's good. Ja Morant with the bucket. A gutty Grizzly win. And Morant is the hero.
What a way to start a Wednesday on First Take. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome into First Take. I'm Christine Williamson, filling in for Molly alongside some guys who need no introduction.
Hold on.
Jay Will. What's up?
Hold on. I got to interrupt. First of all, it's lovely seeing you, girl. And by the way, I've been watching you on the weekends hosting Sports Center. You go, girl. You go, girl.
Doing
Now,
the
here's my quick question. I didn't know Ebony and Ivory was showing up at First Take. Look at Jay Williams and Mad Dog Russo with the same color suits on.
I just want you to know, Stephen, I set the tone. I was here since 5 o'clock this morning, so I think he copied me. I've been here all morning.
All right, okay, all right. I'm just saying, I just want to throw out there. Thank God I wasn't wearing that blue today. It would have been better. It would have been better.
You wearing the Mafia colors in Vegas. I see you out there working.
I'm in Vegas. Vegas. That's what we do.
I love it. All right. Let's start things off with a really good one last night. Game 5 of the Timberwolves-Grizzlies series. Ja Morant put on a show for Grizzlies fans, putting poor Malik Beasley on a poster. He scored the last 13 points for Memphis, and his layup with 1 second left capped off the squad's rally from behind. Down 11 in the fourth, Memphis won 111-109. Now they lead the series 3-2. Ja, how'd you feel after that dunk?
How do you explain how drastically your own game changed after that dunk?
I mean, I really wasn't excited about the dunk. It was over a guard. That's pretty easy. So it definitely, ignited the crowd, gave us some energy. And, from then on, I was pretty much just being very aggressive. I'm not going to speak on what else sparked me.
Can you take us through the last play?
Go get a bucket, Ja.
All right, so the Grizzlies need one more win to take the series. If they do, Stephen, I'm going to start with you. How far can Ja take Memphis in the postseason?
Well, conceivably, he could take them to the NBA Finals when you consider the fact that, Dallas, Luka hasn't been 100%. Donovan Mitchell's got himself hurt. You look at the Warriors right now, you always question their health issues, even though Clay seems to be getting it together. And obviously Jordan Poole and Steph Curry is there. The Phoenix Suns with Devin Booker out. But I want to say this. It could happen. But I ain't predicting it. I've been with the Warriors since day one, and I ain't jumping off that ship. It's about the Warriors. And even though Ja Morant is spectacular, and he is the future. And damn it, the city of Memphis, Tennessee, take down all them damn Elvis posters. Don't listen to Mad Dog Russo on his radio show and the channel trying to, basically persuade everybody to keep them damn posters up or billboards up of Elvis and encouraging everybody to go to Graceland. All right, you want to go to Graceland, that's fine. But if you really, really want to see the modern day entertainer that Ja Morant is, that's the brother that needs to be all over Memphis, Tennessee. Having said all of that, I still expect them to go home in the next round. I expect them to win this series against Minnesota, give Minnesota its props. Karl Anthony Towns has showed up. Anthony Edwards should be trying to steal that damn last ball because you gave Ja the lane to scoop in that spectacular acrobatic layup to win the game. You shouldn't have went for that steal, Anthony Edwards. That was a rookie mistake, bottom line. But in the end, even though you're not a rookie, you're a second-year player, but in the end, what it comes down to is this. Ja could do these things considering some of the injuries and everything else that has taken place in the Western Conference, but I'm not predicting that's going to happen. I believe that the Warriors are the one team standing in Memphis way, not Phoenix, not Dallas, not Utah, not Minnesota, the Golden State Warriors, Lethal Weapon 3. That's what I think is standing in their way, and that's why it ain't going to happen. But I guess he could, if you want to ask the question that way. It ain't going to happen, though.
Take it easy. I mean, geez, they should be out of this series with Minnesota. My God, now you say they could possibly win and get to an NBA final. First off, Ja played terribly in the first 3 quarters of the game. Forget the dunk. He missed a million free throws, did not shoot the ball well. And, everybody making a big deal about this dunk at the end of the third quarter. Minnesota had an 11-point lead with 7 minutes to go in the game. 6:58, they had an 11-point lead. So they weren't that affected by the dunk because they came back in the fourth quarter with an 11-point lead with 6.5 minutes to go. Listen, he is great. He's dynamic going into the basket. He had an unbelievably good fourth quarter, no argument. He's not a great shooter. He made a huge 3. But he's not a great shooter. But this is really, to me, more about Minnesota. I heard Jay here killed Finch last week after that terrible loss they had in Game 3 where they blew they blew 2 leads in Game 3. And there's no way they should have lost the game last night. I mean, they led that game from start to finish. They were the much better team. There's no way in ever they should have lost that game last night. And Edwards, listen, he's 20 years old. He is going to be great, but he doesn't make a lot of people better, and he takes a lot of bad shots, and that's a defensive play that you can't make in that scenario. You cannot give him a lane for a layup. Make them make a jump shot to beat you so you can get to overtime. You can't let him go to the basket. That's what he does well. But the idea now, Stephen A., that we think there's a chance they could scare the Warriors is absolutely absurd. They should be. I think they're going to lose Game 6, and they could easily lose Game 7. They should have lost last night. They lost Game 1. So this idea that they're home free against a Timberwolves team that has done nothing but shoot themselves in the foot is a little strong. But that's what you do. Morant plays like he's great, and now all of a sudden the Grizzlies are going to win the NBA championship. Jay will help us out here, but that's what you do. So I'm here to calm you down a little bit.
In all due respect, Stephen A. Smith did not say they're going to win the NBA championship.
He said they could.
He said, I guess they could, but he's picking Golden State. And I'm going to hold him to Golden State because he's been on Golden State all year long, and I've been on Memphis. Let me slow things down real quick. 2 things can be true at the same time. First off, Stephen A., what we're seeing in Memphis is an atrocity. Chris Finch, not only did you leave Karl Anthony Towns in Game 1 in foul trouble where he only played 24 minutes, and you left him in the game with 3 fouls where he got his 4th in the first half. What are we doing? And then you blow a 21-point lead. They go on a 21-0 run the following couple games later. You don't call a timeout. And then last night, entering the 4th, you're up by 12. You can't hold on to the lead. So I agree with what you're saying, Russo, to a degree that Minnesota should be up in this series. But as we all know basketball, it's all about getting and advancing. It doesn't matter how you advance. It matters that you advance. Stephen A. Smith, this is what I'm so excited about. We saw Joe Burrow take such a leap, right? When he got to that, he got a chance to get to the AFC Championship game where he got a chance to go against Patrick Mahomes and he was able to win that game. This is the opportunity for Ja Morant. I hear all the barking. I've been on Memphis' train since the beginning of the year. I was the one that came out and said, I think they could be in the NBA Finals. I picked them to get to the NBA Finals. I am going to stick with that, even though I think Golden State is the better team. But this is the moment that we've all been waiting for. They're going to get by Minnesota, and when they do, now here's your chance, Ja Morant. All the trash talking, all the stuff that I think I know you are on the biggest stage possible going against Stephen Curry, Jordan Poole, and Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. If there's a moment to show the world that Memphis basketball has arrived, it's about going against the Golden State Warriors. And Stephen A., I know you owe me a Tom Ford suit. So here's what I'm willing to do. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Do you want to run it back? Double or nothing. 2 Tom Ford suits that Memphis will beat the Golden State Warriors or nothing at all.
Absolutely.
Do you want?
Absolutely.
You want to?
I'll take that.
I'm sticking with Memphis. I'm riding with Memphis.
Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, there's been 2 Tom Ford suits too. I want 2 now.
They're not cheap. They're
okay,
not cheap.
I know they're not
cheap. They're expensive. And so, yeah, we can take that back because
I'm helping you get back in the game.
Warriors,
okay.
Listen, let me say this. Let me say this, Doggy. Yeah. I love me some Memphis Grizzlies. I respect the hell out of them. I love Desmond Bain. I love this kid, Brandon Clark. Boy, he is something special. I mean, his activity and his energy off the bench, that was a big-time rebound and putback that he had late in the game last night. He finished with 21 points. This brother is something nice. I love his acquisition on that squad. Jaren Jackson Jr., I'm a fan of his as well. Dylan Brooks, all of these guys. I love their moxie. I love their swag. I love all of that. And they can shoot. I'm talking about Bain and Brooks and these brothers. They can shoot the basketball now. Now, Ja is problematic in terms of shooting from the perimeter. He made a big-time 3 last night, but that's not his necessary skill set. And I think that's going to come back to haunt him. Now, John going to give you 30. He going to give you 30, 35 with the tempo that Golden State plays with or whatever. I do agree with Doggy. They're going to lose Game 6 to Minnesota. I think they lose Game 6 at Minnesota. I think this now is a 7-game season. I thought they'd lose in 5. Give Minnesota props, okay? I thought they were losing 5. Now I think it's going 7 because I think they're going to win Game 6, but Memphis will come back, close the deal in Game 7, and then they're going to go up against Lethal Weapon 3. And it's a different animal in that regard. So I will take your bet, Jay Williams. Double or nothing, ain't no problem for me. You understand? I got no problems with it. And, Doggy, you be respectful. Everybody just calm down. First, you're talking about stars. You're always talking about greatness. You're always talking about moments. But then when John Morant gives you a moment, you want to act like everybody needs to calm down.
You want to put these guys in the Hall of Fame. I mean, you want to give them championships.
You know what?
He made listen, I'm not stupid. I watch the games. He is great. I get that. But don't put him on these levels. You guys, everybody in this day and age, puts these guys on these levels before they're there yet.
Who put him on what level?
Well, he's got him in the fray. Elvis Presley, he said, take down the billboard.
You're fabricating stuff over here. First of all, calm down. Calm down. No one would ever accuse you of being stupid. You're quite brilliant, I might add. Just look at all the work that you're doing. And, high heat on the MLB Network. You got your own podcast now. You're making a podcast. I mean, give me a break. Nobody thinks you're stupid, not by any stretch of the imagination. But you know what you are? You know what you are, Doggy?
Which is that?
You flip-flop. You flip-flop. I'm going to tell you how you do it. I'm going to tell you how you do it. Because in one hand, Mad Dog Russo, ladies and gentlemen, will sit up there and hold everybody accountable. Oh, where's the moment? Where's the moment? I mean, so what? They got these points. But when they really, really count it, what did he do? That's what Doggy does. And then the second somebody like John Morant comes and does it, oh, you guys got him up here like he's a Hall of Famer. No, we're acknowledging that the kind of moments you say you want these dudes to have, he gave it to you. So what now, Doggy? That's
they haven't won a series yet. You heard that, Jay. The Minnesota thought Jay was better. He thought Minnesota was better than Memphis early part of this series. I listened. I heard. I mean, take it easy. All right, he made a nice layup. Edwards made a mistake. I grant you. Nice play. I'm not just layup.
It's not a layup.
But you,
it's a dunk over a 6'4" player.
Now I got to throw him in. All you guys, you put these.